Welcome in and welcome back. Thank you for sticking around because I know it's been about 4 to 5 months since I've last posted. But in that time, I've learned one thing about myself, and that is that I am extremely inconsistent. I'm inconsistent with this channel. I'm inconsistent with texting people back, with my skincare routine, and most importantly, I've been so inconsistent with my weight loss journey, which is what this new series is going to be focusing on. So I figured if I combine the two together, then not only would I be more motivated to stay consistent on this channel, but I would also be motivated to stay consistent with losing weight. Hello. Oh my goodness, are you gonna record with me? About 2 months ago, I downloaded a fasting tracker to my phone. At first it was working pretty well. I lost about 7 pounds, but I kind of fell out of the routine. Now I'm in this area where I'm just fluctuating and moving up and down right in the same range of numbers. Originally, I decided to start this journey because I noticed that the clothes that I own were becoming a bit too tight and uncomfortable to wear. Now I have a kayaking trip coming up in about a week from today. We usually go kayaking for Zach's birthday, and there's a specific top that I always wear because it's like a one-piece swimsuit with sleeves, and I always wear that one, and I want to make sure that I fit into it comfortably, so it's time to lock in and see how much weight I can lose in a week with being consistent with the fasting app and consistent with my workout. My ultimate goal is to be 130 pounds, mainly because that's the size for the clothes that I own. All my clothes are in a size small, and now I'm getting to a size medium, and I don't want to spend the money for a new wardrobe when I have a wardrobe. Why would I spend money on new clothes when I could just lose the weight and fit back into the clothes I own, right? But it's not just about a number for me. I want to feel comfortable again in my own skin and my own body. So over the next week, you're going to take a journey with me into seeing how much weight I can lose in a week, sticking to fasting, working out, and calorie counting. That's my game plan, and that's what I'm doing. Now, when I say fasting, I don't necessarily mean that I'm not going to be completely cutting out eating. It's more of something to help me track and control when I eat and how much I'm eating. So I use it to basically, I wake up in the morning, I have coffee, I fasted overnight in my sleep, because I'm not eating because I'm asleep. So I turn it off in the morning when I have coffee, and then I'll usually turn it back on when I'm done. It also reminds me to hydrate, and I can just kind of keep track in between when I had the coffee to having lunch or dinner, which I'll usually skip lunch and just have dinner, but it helps me eat smaller portions and stay within the calorie limit that it's given me for the day. I think that I've done pretty good leading up to this point. I mean, 7 pounds is better than no pounds, right? Although I haven't been able to cut out having coffee in the morning, one thing I'm going to try to do is brew less coffee, because I always have 2 cups of coffee a day. If I could get myself down to just having 1 cup of coffee, that would cut out a ton of calories that I'm adding to my morning routine. On top of that, my favorite soda is a Dr. Pepper cream soda. I live for Dr. Pepper cream soda. It is the best soda. And when I take my last breath on this earth, I hope to take it by sipping a Dr. Pepper cream soda. But I had to cut it out, and it had to go because it wasn't doing me any favors. I wasn't able to cut out soda completely because I'm only human after all. Don't put the blame on me. Who sings that? I don't even like that song. I think it was trending on TikTok in 2020, and I still think about it sometimes. But if you can't cut out soda, one thing that I have done is I've just switched to zero sugar, which it took a little bit of time to figure out what zero sugar was right for me because it's got to taste good, right? Why am I consuming something that I don't enjoy? You have to enjoy. I'm here for a good time, not a long time. So I tried Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar. Didn't care for it very much, got used to the taste after a while, but it wasn't really my thing. Then I found Zero Sugar Pepsi Wild Cherry. That is actually a pretty good soda. But I am going to be keeping myself fully accountable, counting my calories, making sure that I'm walking on the treadmill at least every day. Even if I don't do a workout here in my living room, I'm going to be shooting for about 30 minutes to an hour for a walk on the treadmill. So let's go ahead, let's dive right in, and let's get started. Let's go ahead and take a look at our calorie count and see what we have on the board already for this morning. So this morning I had 2 cups of coffee, which both equal 195. I just rounded up because I didn't measure anything, which brings me to a total of 390 calories. Then I had 1 piece of a Little Caesars Italian cheesy bread, which was about 134 calories because I didn't want it to go to waste. In total, That brings us to 524 calories, leaving us with a limit of 1,318 for the rest of the day. Now before I start my workout, I'm going to go ahead and start dicing up this cantaloupe so that I can have a quick healthy snack before I start my workout, because in my experience, if I don't eat something before I start working out, I tend to get a little lightheaded and dizzy, and we want to try to avoid that as best that we can. 1 cup of cantaloupe has about 54 calories, and the small amount here I'm actually not able to squeeze into the rest of this bowl, so I'm just going to go ahead and eat this and chalk it up to about 54 calories, which brings the limit for the day to 1,264. Now I can finally turn on the treadmill and get started, and I'm going to start at a speed of 2.0. Now, there's no TV down here. Zach is supposed to hook one up for me so I have something to watch and do while I'm walking. And I usually just watch TikToks on my phone, but I'm using my phone to record this video. So that means I gotta stare at you the whole time, I guess. Okay, so... Oh, my face looks like crud, dude. So I only walked about 20 minutes on the treadmill. For the first 15 minutes, I did a speed of about 2.0, and then at the last 5 minutes, I pushed it up to 2.3. But 20 minutes is better than no minutes, but I didn't hit my goal of 30 minutes and over, and that's really only because I started this video too late in the day, and it took me like 40 tries to get my intro right. My first few intros were between 12 and 11 minutes, so I was able to stop rambling enough to get it down to 4 minutes and 30 seconds, so... But I mainly stopped early because Zach's gonna be home soon and I kind of want to get in the shower before he gets home. We'll try again tomorrow and I'll get up earlier and I'll start this earlier and then we'll shoot for over 30 minutes on the treadmill. But that wraps it up for today for the most part. I think for dinner I'm just gonna have the rest of my Dairy Queen chicken tender box. I got a couple onion rings and some chicken tenders, and I'll put on the screen how many calories are gonna be in both of those and then what the limit I have left for the day will be after that, because I don't think that I plan on really eating anything else for the rest of the day, since I'm really trying to be like strict on the portions and what I'm eating. So if I can get the words out of my mouth, that would be nice. So thank you so much for joining me today. I'll do a weigh-in tomorrow morning on the next video and see if I lost anything at all. Probably not, but a pound would be nice. Just one little pound would be really cool. Make sure you subscribe if you want to see more content like this or new content, because I'm always up to something. And like today's video, if you had fun hanging out with me, or if you'd, just like it. If I don't lose a pound tomorrow, it would be nice to see a like on this video. Take care, be easy, have a great rest of your night, evening, or day, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.